unmute. Oh, can they hear
Oh,
us?
I think they can. I think it automatically.
Oh, it's this one right here.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Hey, chat. How's it going? Welcome to round
pop it up
4
here.
of BCDL. This is BCDL 15. Yeah.
Yep. We got another. No, we finally got some 3-0s on here for you. We got Dylan Lerch, who we've already seen earlier on Red Black Painter for only one game, but we saw him.
Well, we tried to get 3-0s earlier, but it was really tough at 2-0.
We had some. Well, yeah, that was tough. Yeah. If you were 3-0 after round 2, then you were in very good shape. But all right, so Nick on lands. He's going to start with a Soul Guide Lantern. That's pretty good here.
Yeah, Soul Guide Lantern off
nice.
the Ghost Quarter, and then Dylan's going to go Mountain Painter right here. I think both players should have a pretty good idea what the other person's on at this point.
Yes, that kind of. Well, you never. What's the land that Nick played?
Ghost Quarter.
Okay, that kind of that kind of tells me. That kind of tells. He probably knows he's on lands at this point.
Yeah.
I would expect that Nick knows that Dylan's on Painter, considering he played a Painter. Yeah.
And this is
So Nick is running main deck Sphere of Resistance.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think he's got 4 of them too.
Wow.
So it's a little spicy, but he has beaten me with it several times. So I can't call it bad.
Yeah. The card is just. I mean, it is
solid
good.
card. Yeah.
It's really good in lands. Yeah. Dylan obviously gonna let that one resolve. Here come the beats.
Getting in.
Yeah.
20 turn clock.
Red zone, baby.
We're going.
Yeah.
There those 3 beta mountains. Love it. Love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's going to pass back. Nick's going to untap. Can't quite make out what he has in his hand. That might be a new art light from the loam. And then there's a forest there as well. And
well, Nick's the type of guy who likes to run different arts in every different promo and stuff, so it makes it hard to read his hand sometimes.
He's banned.
Although there's strategic value. He has dropped his hand against me before and then picked it up, and then I was just like, I saw the card, but I still don't know what it is. So there's definitely value there.
It cuts like both ways though. I once lost a game because a guy thought seized me, saw a high tide in my hand, and then later on him to interrupt me discarded high tide with a different art.
Yes, and then he knew you still had one. Yeah. They can get you that way too. Yep.
Yeah. So.
But
anyway.
Yeah.
The stream, I think I see a Dark Depths in Nick's hand as well. Probably not going to run that one out until he needs to play it. But I can't quite make out the rest.
Although, so what's the interaction here with Blood Moon? I think, so say Dylan plays a Blood Moon and Nick plays the Dark Depths, it's going to come in with no counters, right?
Correct, as a mountain.
As a mountain.
Yeah.
So then if Nick blows up the Blood Moon, bam, you got a 20/20. But if Nick were to roll out the Dark Depths now, and then the Blood Moon comes down, it's going to keep the counters. So I think it behooves Nick to hold that Dark Depths until the last minute, like you were saying.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Not just because it's like a non-mana producing land and he's still casting things, but
yeah.
Okay.
Typically, you don't want to burn out the Dark Depths. A, it doesn't produce mana. B,
right.
Yeah, people can do things to kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a wild guess that Nick named Grindstone with that.
I mean,
Pithing
you
Needle.
would think so, but I mean, I guess with the board we have right now, there's no reason not to name Grindstone.
Yeah, when there's a painter and he's about to have 4 mana, and I
but this deck
think you named Grindstone there.
Right. This deck has so many activated abilities.
Oh, right.
So.
Yeah, he can definitely win through that needle on Grindstone for sure.
But you can tell Nick to.
All right, that's an Elvish Reclaimer in his hand. That feels pretty solid there too.
Yeah. Tell Nick to stop kicking the table.
Oh yeah, I think Nick's bumping the table with his leg.
Yeah.
It's funny little effect there. It just goes in and out of focus. But yeah. Okay, so Nick's in the tank here. Oh, someone said "Go Mama Nick" in chat. Who is that? Roy? He knows.
Can hear you clearly, though, Ben.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll lean in a little bit. Thanks, Roy.
Oh, Rudy. What's up, Rudy?
What's up, Rudy?
Yeah.
Were you in here earlier, Rudy? I thought I saw you. Didn't get a chance to say hi. But, man, good to see you, or good to hear from you. Hope everything's going well.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, come by, say hi, between rounds or whatever. But, yeah.
Yeah, Nick is affectionately known as Mama Nick in these parts, so. So anytime we have another Nick show up, I try and call him Papa Nick, but it never sticks. All right.
Yeah.
Look at all those beta cards Dylan's throwing out there. Love to see it.
I think I saw a Goblin Engineer in hands. Yeah.
Yeah, great turnout. We got, I think, 44 or 45. I can't remember.
Yeah.
All right, so here's an Engineer. This opens up a lot of lines here for Dylan. My guess is he's going to get Phyrexian Dragon Engine.
Dragon Engine would be a really good one. The Grindstone...
Well, he's got the needle. I assume the Grindstone is needled. So unless he has a way to remove that needle... he's getting Grindstone.
He does have the Blast in hand. At least one.
Oh, he's got a Blast. Okay, yeah. Right. Okay, so yeah, that Grindstone seems like the right get there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, there's definitely a Blast there. Okay, I thought he had one card in hand because of the way the cards were sitting. That seems a little better.
But with the Soul Guide Lantern, you almost wonder...
Well, Soul Guide Lantern, yeah, that's true. Nick's got some countermeasures here.
Mm-hmm. Definitely got a lot of bases covered.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so Nick's got a Dark Depths, and he's got another Dark Depths in hand with different art, of course, as is Nick's style.
I wonder what Dylan's angling at, because you might think he's dangling that Grindstone just as bait for the Soul Guide Lantern, trying to get Nick to proc it. But,
right. So maybe the other line he could have taken there was to blast the Soul Guide Lantern, make Nick pop it off, and then engineer and get. But at that point, if you're out of blasts, at that point you got to get. Although he has blast, Spirit Guide in hand. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think he probably should have blasted the Soul Guide Lantern before he engineered.
Yeah, might be waiting for Nick to tap out right here. So
maybe. Well, Soul Guide doesn't take mana to exile. Right. It's only when you want to do the draw ability.
Got it. Yeah, that might have been a good call then to blast it beforehand.
Yep. Okay, so there's a. Well, he's got to use blasts now to protect the to protect the Dark Depths combo here.
Mm-hmm. Does Nick have another land in hand? I think he.
He's got a Dark Depths.
Yeah, that's
and it doesn't help too much. Yeah.
Interesting. Nick's gonna pass the turn right here.
Is that Urza Saga? I think that was an Urza Saga for Dylan.
So Dylan's gonna untap.
That's interesting. That opens up a little bit of a grind here. No pun intended.
Yeah, Saga's going to come into play.
Because that's another way to fetch a Grindstone in a couple turns. That gets around Soul Guide. Mm-hmm. So I think that's your line now if you're Dylan, is wait. I mean, you hold your blasts. If Nick has to try and activate Dark Depths, you can blast the Dark Depths in response. Or you're not blasting the Thespian stage, right?
Yeah.
And then try to end a turn, blast the Needle, untap, get Grindstone, activate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, but it seems like Nick's kind of spinning his wheels a little bit right here. Land's not really off to the races doing its lands thing.
Land's missing land drops? That's just really not tough. Right. Yeah.
I see 2 Life in the Limbs in his hand. Once he can get those going, they'll be great, but if he's not careful, Dylan's going to end this game in a couple of turns.
Well, maybe what you do is you Life from the Loam here and try and get Ghost Quarterback and pick off his Urza Saga. Yeah.
I like that play, yeah.
I mean, if you're Dylan, do you blast? You don't think you blast that Life from the Loam, do you? No, because he's just going to do it again next turn.
Dylan's shaking his head. Maybe he does, though.
Maybe. He's got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. This is 15.
Yeah.
We probably forgot to change the stream title. Yeah. So that probably says 14. But yeah, this is 15. But it's actually out of order. I think like 16 just took place in Ohio a few weeks ago. And now, and so... This was scheduled and then got postponed, I think was what happened. So, Okay, so Dylan's got a decision point here.
You might fight over this.
I don't know. It seems good. Oh, wait.
Can you untap it?
Nick has... That's not in play, right? He's targeting it? Yeah, okay. Yeah. He's targeting that.
Yeah.
So that keeps him off the land drop.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps him off blowing up your Saga.
Yeah.
It seems decent.
Saga gives you an artifact next turn as well. So you can you can threaten to weld the Grindstone in.
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's one other thing. He's got to... Because he can't weld the painter out unless he... Yeah.
It looks like he's not going to go for it. Nick's going to grab his Ghost Quarterback. Yeah.
Dylan, does he still have... Okay, he's still got basics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know how many basics he's got, but that's got to be most of them at least.
Yeah, that's going to be...
he's got 8 of them. Jeez, okay.
3 more mountains. So.
Yeah, he's got a little less black in this list than other ones we've seen. Because he just has Chaos Defiler, so he doesn't actually have Badlands in the list. That's interesting. He's just... relying on Welding or on Lotus Petal or Mox Opal.
Mm-hmm. Dylan drawing a Mox Opal for the turn. Definitely going to run it out. Probably not going to...
So you can't use it, but you can cast it.
It is going to be...
It can be welded.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So
is that it? He can attempt to weld.
well, because everything costs 2. Remember.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he can attempt to weld, and then okay, no, yeah. So everything's gonna cost more. But then when Nick goes to, oh, no, that's gonna work. Yeah, the soul guide.
Well, I think do you blast the soul guide?
Right. That's
when Nick activates it.
You grab the grindstone back.
You grab the grindstone back. Yes, he's probably going to do that end of turn.
Yeah, and Goblin Engineer costs 1 to activate, correct?
I believe it's 1, yeah.
Yeah, so with the Spear Guide in hand, I think Dylan's got this.
I think he's in good shape, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Nick knows how close he is to... Oh, but he's got the... I see a crop rotation in hand? So he still has that Majuka Bog
because he
well.
can bog.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be painful.
Yeah.
Okay, so yep, here we go.
I think
Dylan's gonna blast. You gotta go for it.
Yeah.
You have like a pretty strong win line here on the table. Yep.
Yeah.
So blast the soul guide.
Yeah. Okay. Nick's thinking about it.
Yep.
I think he's just gonna crack it in response.
Crack it.
No,
Yeah.
No reason to.
Why wouldn't you?
Bog or,
Yeah.
Just yet.
Yep. Make him activate that engineer because if I remember, engineer reads sacrifice an artifact, bring 1 back. Right. It's not like.
Oh, it's not
So,
like Welder?
it's not like Welder, so he'll end up eating the opal too when it goes.
That's interesting.
If I remember right.
If that's the case, yeah, you're right. It does sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Artifacts,
So that, yep. So if he bogs, that opal's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, opal should be in the yard right
That's
now.
correct.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. If he doesn't end up putting it in the yard and it gets eaten, I'll let him know.
Yeah. But yeah, really great by Nick. I don't know if he had how long he had that crop rotation for. He did use 1 before to grab a Thespian stage.
You did.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Dylan's thinking.
Yeah, it's got to be a Majuka Bog. Right
Okay.
there.
I mean, gotta be a Majuka Bog.
No. Don't get there as a Sagas.
Unless Nick has a Majuka Bog in the deck, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's got opal. Yeah. Opal's going away.
And that's tough because now
Yep.
Nick is threatened with 2020.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, that was end of Nick's turn, I think that just happened.
So he's got to untap, then
So,
make the
yeah.
2020, then untap, and he's got Dylan.
Well, he doesn't have enough mana right now to make the 2020, right? Because that was
Two-
end of Nick's turn.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
in
So
the
we
next turn,
got a couple turns here.
Untap 2020.
Yep.
and
Well, remember,
kill.
Dylan has a red blast in hand still, so he can still
That's true. He can shoot the
he
dark
can still
depths.
suit the dark depths or the. Well, it will be a dark depths. It won't be a Thespian stage anymore. But
Right.
yep. Yeah, Opal's exiled. See.
Okay. Interesting. So,
What are they talking about? Trying to figure something out. Okay. No, I think that's right though.
yeah. Maybe the timing on the Pyroblast, when if it gets exiled.
Oh, right. Yeah. Pyroblast should not be exiled. Yeah, and it's not.
Yeah.
Because that was still on the stack.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's a nice collection of Beta Mountains there. I'm going to keep mentioning that because I'm a sucker for old cards.
They do look pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's going to be Fable the Mirrorbreaker coming out from Dylan. A really good one to draw in these sort of
Yeah, these
mid-game stalls right here.
Yep.
But,
It gets you out of stalls pretty well. That's a card I underrated horribly until I played against
yeah,
it.
just does a little bit of everything, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Painter Servant coming in for 1 more right here.
Getting him. I told you, he had a 20-turn clock. He's proven it. 14 more turns. Nick's dead from that painter. Well, he's got a a 2-2 beaten now too, so that helps.
And this is interesting because Nick might actually go for it right here.
I mean, he probably does, right?
Yeah, you see 1 mountain, but you have a Sphere of Resistance, so you think you're safe to go
Yeah.
for the Dark Depths right here.
And I mean, that's almost like a make him have it scenario anyway, right? You got life from the loam,
Yeah.
so you can bring it back if he gets you.
Yeah.
So I think Nick does not want to play exploration here, right? If he wants to go for it,
Yeah, I think you just activate.
and he's doing it on his main phase. Oh, because he doesn't want Dylan to untap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I believe Dylan has Simian Spirit Guide,
Plus the Red
Pyroblast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is Dylan calling a judge? He might be calling a judge to make sure this resolves properly.
Right.
Yeah.
So the way this should work is stage copies depths.
Yep.
Depths goes to graveyard.
Yep.
Stage copy triggers the depths ability. And
Yep. Dylan blasts the
Blasts,
stage.
right.
That's
And the
the
static-
correct
The
sequencing.
static ability does not go back on the stack because it's already on the stack underneath the red blast.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then so Dylan has an opportunity to kill 2 lands here, basically.
Yes. Yeah. He can get 2. Yep. I mean, he's discarding 2 cards to do it, so
Right.
it's Okay, yep, they're just working through.
Okay.
That's good. Make sure we resolve it right.
Yeah.
I think has everyone made that mistake of blowing up the dark depths and then learning that their thespian stage stays and then being like, oh crap.
No, but I have stifled the static trigger on the thespian stage after copy dark depths,
Yeah.
and then it immediately checks state based actions and then sacrifice again.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dylan's gonna play this one right. Dark depths
Yep.
is sacrificed. The legend rule. Nick is going to choose to keep the thespian stage with no counters. Dylan will blast the thespian stage before it can sacrifice to make the merit lage.
Yeah, it is fun when you talk to new players about lines like that, and they're like, "Oh man, that's smart. That's like a heads up line," and I'm like, "That was trial by fire. That's the reason I know that line." Yeah, that's just raw experience.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm not a clever man.
right. Yeah, trust me, I'm not good enough at Magic to think of that line. It just
Yeah.
All right, getting in for 4.
Yeah, this is real damage right here.
Yeah,
This
and
is
a vexing. Does vexing bubble do anything here? Not really, right?
No.
Force of vigor, maybe. Okay, so he's just gonna play it and pop it. That makes sense. Cycle
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna swing in for 4 right here, and this
Yep.
is what I'm talking about. Like, I know we're just
Okay.
kidding about a 20-turn clock, but like, Nick was at 14 before this turn,
Yeah. Now he's down at 10. It's
Yeah.
2.5 turns.
and he needs some time to rebuild to get that 20-20, which
Yep.
jury's still out on whether he'll get that time or not. I don't know if he'll
Yeah.
be able to.
It feels like he's got almost enough time here because he has exploration.
Yeah.
But if he
Oh.
is that a dragon engine?
is
That
a-
just
Yeah.
cranked that clock.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened there? I don't know what.
Sphere resistance makes it cost 4.
Ah, right. Okay, so
Michael
that's his
immediately-
treasure right
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Michael caught his mistake
Yep.
in time.
Dylan. Yep.
Dylan, I'm sorry.
Yep,
Yes, Dylan caught his mistake
Okay.
in time.
So he's gonna dredge. Yeah, it's painful that he doesn't have an exploration because and his own spear of resistance is hurting him almost as much as Dylan right now. Probably
Yeah.
more actually
He missed
because
a couple of land
Dylan's got
drops
the
in the
beats.
beginning, which at the
He
time
did.
didn't seem too bad, but it is kind of hurting him now.
It's always kind of hilarious when Lance misses land drops. I just find it very ironic. It's like, dude, that's the one thing you were supposed to do right. Is make your land drops. You had one job, Dick.
Yeah. Two dark depths, or they probably play like definitely not 4. I don't think probably like 2 or 3, right? Actually, let's take a look at the deck list.
Yeah, they might. I don't think he runs the full 4, does he?
Yeah, so he's on
3
3
dark
dark depths.
depths,
Yeah.
okay.
And that's sort of the danger you run into with those.
Yep. Well, the thing, Maze of Ith could be a good one. If he finds a Maze of Ith, that could let him Life from the Loam play. Well, the Maze Lift doesn't tap for mana though. That's kind of an issue, huh?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough.
Okay.
I think the Life from the Loam probably gonna resolve here. Stage depths? Probably.
I mean, you get stage depths, yeah.
Yeah.
Stage depths, sure. Ghost Quarter.
Ghost Quarter, yeah.
So what do? You play stage, pass the turn.
Mm-hmm.
He hits you for 4, puts you to 6.
I think he's hitting for more than that. So the reflection will flip.
But it
Oh,
has
this is
summoning
sickness.
sickness.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
Yep.
So next turn he's gonna hit for 4.
Yep.
Take you to 6.
Which means then Nick can make a 20-20, but he can swing for lethal through that 20-20 by that point because he's going to play a Dragon Engine too.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Nick needs some sort of acceleration here.
Mm-hmm.
Or something. Does he have like a Maze of Ith or anything? Or not Maze of Ith,
like a Mox Diamond.
no, Mox Diamond actually doesn't accelerate him on mana, does it?
That's true. Yeah.
Yep. Ensnaring Bridge, or he's got Lava Spur boots. Oh snap! Because that costs 2 to play.
Yeah. Yeah. Really, the sphere resistance not looking.
Yeah,
so hot
I
in this matchup.
feel like Nick's in dire straits now. Maybe is there some sort of line with Yavi Maya and playing the? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. Interesting, Dylan not going for the Dragon Engine quite yet, but I think he feels he
No.
has enough cards on board.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, he's just playing the resilient game here with. What about Tabernacle? No, he's got like 5 lands. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Plus the treasure tokens. Those
Oh
goblins are
yeah,
paying for themselves.
right, yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't see a way out of this for Nick.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Mhm.
7, 8. He's attacking for 8
Really
next
interesting.
turn.
Really interesting game though. No, I guess I'll hold on. We'll wait for this to finish. But yeah. Sort of
Lands
back and
is
forth
yeah.
Right here.
Lands is one of those decks that I never really count out because I don't know all its tricks. It's a tricksy hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
I just like having it up.
Yep.
Glacial Chasm.
Chasm
Yeah.
would be good, yeah.
Glacial Chasm could help.
Unfortunately, I don't think Chasm would be great.
Does not look like he has a main deck Glacial Chasm. Doesn't look like he has a sideboard Glacial Chasm either.
Is that stock these days?
I don't think so. That's I think Glacial Chasm's still a stock feature of lands, but I'm not the expert on lands.
Yeah. Would be fantastic here, but don't see one in the hand. Don't see one in play.
Okay. Haywire Mighty's gotten the board. I'm trying to think if that can buy him, because you can block, exile the painter, gain 2 life type deal, but I don't think that quite gets it. And that's in the board anyway. So yeah, I don't think there's a line, but we'll see.
Yeah. Maybe hoping to make the 2020 and catch Dylan off guard, but I think Dylan's going to be a little bit too savvy for that.
Yeah, Dylan's going to swing out, and I don't think there's really a line that.
And he didn't play the Dragon Engine, did he?
No, he didn't. But he still got Kiki.
And he just drew a Bolts.
Oh, he drew a Bolt. Bolt helps. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, so he's gonna bolt first and then escape the Dragon Engine. I mean, this is like overkill at this point, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know that Nick doesn't have anything. Yeah. Okay. And Nick scoops him up.
Nick's gonna scoop it up. Yeah. That Bolt's gonna seal the deal. Nick going from 6 to 3, and then there's just too many idiots on the board.
Yeah.
Lerch can only block 1 of them.
Yeah, that was a good game. I felt like Nick was in good position early, and then Dylan just developed a little better.
Well, I think what was really cool is like both of these players, they almost baited the other person into going for the combo. At first was Michael, and then Nick had the Soul Guide Lantern, and Michael obviously was trying to posture around it.
You keep calling him Michael. His name's Dylan.
I keep calling him Michael. Why do you call him Michael? I don't know Michael. Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dylan first postures with the Soul Guide Lantern in play, and tries to go over the top of it with the Blast and the Goblin Engineer. And then Nick does the same thing later, where he sees one land open with the Sphere of Resistance. He thinks the coast is clear.
Yeah,
Dylan's last 2 cards in hand are going to be the Simian Spear Guide and the Blast. And, of course, we kind of get into this game. Yeah, game is and sort of, goes out with a whimper rather than like with a bang. But
that was a nice trap Dylan set for Nick. I go for it from that position with Nick. You got to think, the only line that beats me here is Pyroblast, Simian Spirit Guide, and turns out that's what he had. So,
and plus, you probably think you have enough time to rebuild.
Right. Yeah, I thought he did too. Yep.
But that Fable of the Mirror Breaker again. Yeah. It's just that card does everything really well.
Okay, so sideboarding wise here, Nick's got some endurances, 2 endurances. I think those come in. Force of Vigors definitely come in, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Graph Digger's Cage is I think because the non-creatures can still come in. I don't think I bring in Cage. And Haywire Might, I think, probably comes in, too.
Haywire Might definitely comes in as well.
Oh, non-creature art. Okay, so we can't do the line where he blows up a painter with Haywire Might. It is non-creature.
Right. But I think
Surgical Extraction seemed like the other one that could come in. And I think I cut the Sphere of Resistances, not just because it was lame in that game, but I don't think it's great against painter.
It might be slightly better on the play. Is the only thing I'm going for it.
That's true.
Nick is running 2 Ancient Tombs, so being able to go turn 1 Ancient Tomb into Sphere of Resistance, I think is a very strong play.
Yeah, that's true.
Against any deck.
Or Mox Diamond Land.
Yeah, or Mox Diamond Land, exactly.
That's true.
And just like not being able to get out from underneath his own Sphere of Resistance is kind of unfortunate, but I don't think that means he should be boarding it out necessarily.
No, that wasn't just the game that made me think that, but it just doesn't feel like it does enough against painter. But you're right. Maybe on the play you want it.
Yeah, I would say on the draw it's a lot more iffy.
So let's see. And if you're painter, the 3 Blood Moons got to come in, right?
I think so too. Yeah. Even though they sometimes turn on the Merit Lake.
Sometimes they do. Yeah. Dead Gone, I think, is interesting. Do you want to try and Gone the Merit Lage?
So for
3 mana?
You saw the Reclaimer game 1, and if you brought it in, it would be because I think both halves would be relevant.
Yeah.
But I don't think you would try.
Reclaimer is a 1.
It's a 1/2 before you get 3 lands in the graveyard.
Right. Fairy Macabre, maybe 2. Yeah.
Fairy Macabre is kind of.
A little bit lame.
Right.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I agree.
Probably more for Reanimator than for lands.
I think that's probably all he brings in are some Dead Yawns and some Blood Moons here.
You're right.
He's got a main deck in Snaring Bridge. That helps quite a bit against a deck that's trying to kill you with a 20/20.
Yeah.
I've heard that it's hard to get 20 lands in hand. Or 20 cards in hand. It might violate some rules of the game.
Gotta be careful, right? Not to blue sun Zenith yourself.
In theory, a lands deck could get 20 cards in hand by casting like 4 Life from the Loams all in one turn. Wait, can you? Hold on. 4 Life from the Loams is... Oh, you're still only getting a 19, aren't you?
Then you crack the Soul Guide Lantern.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's the line. You gotta board out your Ensnaring Bridge. That's
board out your
because what if that happens? Yeah.
Anyway, coming into game 2 right here.
Right, and Nick should be on the play here. It looks like Dylan's going down 1, and so is Nick. So we got a 6-card game.
Did see a couple lands in there, but my guess is no green source, or maybe too many lands.
I didn't quite see it. Yeah.
Did see Swords of Plowshares.
Too many lands. That's his deck, man.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. Dylan on the other hand looks like he's going to mulligan as well. So both players going down to 6. Who do you favor on the mulligan here?
That's a good question. I don't know. There's a clear favorite for the mulligan here. They're both probably Painter. It can kind of assemble a few more combos. Although, if lands finds Life from the Loam, it can just like run away with the card advantage, right?
Right. Lands definitely has a better time rebuilding lost cards.
Right.
But Painter needs fewer cards to win.
Yeah. But you need the Life from the Loam. So if you don't get it, then you're just kind of playing a few lands and,
Right.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
Because Dylan's got things like tutors, and so, that's a good question. I don't think there's a clear answer on that.
I'm not really sure either.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. I do see
Okay, I see.
That's interesting.
Okay, so he's probably going to lead on the mountain here, right? Or he's leading on the tomb. What's he... Oh, and he's got a Simian Spirit Guide. There we go. Yeah, slam that turn 1.
Yeah.
Because now if Nick wastelands him, which seems like a reasonable play to wasteland him here, right?
Right, but you're going to set yourself a turn back against an active Goblin Shaman.
Okay, and Dylan's at 18. He didn't change the die, but... Okay.
Yeah.
So we got a Mox Diamond from Nick, and he's losing Urza Saga. He's pitching.
He does have 2 Urza Sagas in hand.
Okay.
I might also pitch the Maze of Ith. Just because it's not very good against a Goblin Shaman. They attack, they get the treasure.
Yes.
You Maze of Ith it. Save yourself 2 damage, but that's not the scary part of that card.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you waste the tomb here? Kind of feel like I waste the tomb. Because you're scared of him getting the 3 mana, right?
Yeah. Waste the tomb. And
well,
then
he's already got the There was the
probably
tomb.
cast Loam. Might be the play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got Loam. Yeah. Then waste the tomb. Bring it. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That tracks. Okay. No, that's not too painful for Dylan because he's got another land and he's going to attack and he's going to make a treasure token.
Yeah.
And he draws another tomb. Okay.
Yeah.
So he can get right back to 3 mana again.
Yeah, and I think Nick's going to try to start getting this Loam engine going. Really going to need an exploration to help this one out, but for the time being, he looks like he's doing okay. Cutting Dylan off of
Going
2
to
mana
18.
from the Ancient Tomb is going to be really helpful.
Yeah. Can we get our Pokemon tokens back?
I wish.
I know, right?
Yeah.
There's probably an engineer. No, there's Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Okay. Yeah, and he's going to eat the Loam.
Yeah.
That's really strong.
Yeah,
okay. He doesn't get any benefit out of it in terms of, the +1/+1 counters, but that's okay. Nick's not Loaming.
Yep.
That's good value.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dylan's going to pass a turn. Nick will untap. Urza Saga moves to 2 right there, and I think...
Yeah, which means it can block a Goblin Shaman coming in.
Yeah.
I mean a Hypno. Yeah.
Nick thinking about his options. Wasteland off the table. Dylan opting to not play the second Ancient Tomb. Or I guess he discarded it to the Fable of the Mirror.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did.
But it looks like we might go with the Urza Saga.
Sagas!
Yeah.
We all Saga now, boys.
Yeah. Not vintage anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so if you pull a Mox Diamond off of an Urza Saga, you do not have to discard, right?
Is that right?
I think is it a come to play or is it a cast trigger?
I don't know.
I can't remember now.
Either way, Nick also just has a smattering of artifacts he can tutor up, which is kind of cool.
Okay, that's the old version though. I can't remember.
If Mox Diamond
Would enter, you may discard a land. Okay, so I think he has to discard a land then.
Yeah, could be Soul Guide Lantern, Pithing Needle,
Yeah.
Expedition Map. There's options.
None of those seem like super great.
Yeah. Anyway, Dylan gonna get in with the red zone right here. Nick, I think, gonna make the 2/2 and block.
You get that off the board. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, right.
Yep. Painter Servant getting eaten.
Ouch.
Yeah.
+1/+1.
Yep.
Nick, we feel your pain. We walked right into that with you.
Oh boy. Saving 2 damage off of the.
Dylan throwing a Mox Opal at him just to rub it in.
Here, have this.
I think that was very spiteful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough, but well played by Dylan. Yeah, I didn't.
Yep.
We didn't
Man,
get
yep, that was nice.
Uh-huh.
Nice move.
The.
And we got engineer into
Reflection.
grindstone. That's starting to turn things here. Well, he doesn't have a painter though.
Fable the Mirror Breaker coming in hot again. Discarding that Painter Servant. Just giving some more fuel to the Agatha Soul Cauldron. Yeah, and man, if you're Nick, it's got to be the Soul Guide Lantern, right?
Probably Soul Guide, yeah. So I think do you make a dude off Saga here? Depends what I don't see much in his hand that interests me otherwise.
Yeah. I think it's
So-
going to be tough. You maybe just look to Wasteland the opposing Saga? And
I
then
think
make
that's what I'm doing here
Yeah.
from him. I think maybe I get a Mox Diamond because he's got about 4 lands in hand. You can probably lose one.
Yeah.
So you make a dude, you get a Mox Diamond. Or no, sorry, I think we're getting Soul Guide, right?
Soul Guide,
Soul
yeah.
Guide seems better, yeah. And then you play the Wasteland and you kill Dylan's Saga.
Yeah. I think you hope to win the game that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which,
Although that does mean you're not going to be able to activate your Saga next turn because you're going to be out of. You're not going to have the 2 mana. So you'll have one dude, but which actually I don't see. No, it looks like Nick floated though. He did not. He did not make a dude.
interesting. So maybe he's looking to activate the second Saga.
Maybe, or maybe there's something in his hand we didn't see.
Yeah, it could be. Well, as exciting as all the speculation is.
Soul Guide.
Yeah. He is
As
going to go for that
expected.
Soul Guide
So let's get
Lantern.
that. Let's get that grindstone out of Dylan's yard.
Yeah. And I think that's pretty free for Dylan, right? He just plays the Goblin Engineer.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Doesn't really lose a card for it.
Yeah.
Makes the Engineer slightly worse, but the Engineer will still be pretty scary.
He
going
kind of
forward.
ate Nick's Saga activation. If you think of it that way, it's
Yeah.
okay. And looks like Nick is not playing the Wasteland here. Oh, right, he can by playing the diamond in his hand. So now I think you play Wasteland and hit his Saga.
Yeah. Yeah, now your tokens are going to be plenty big, aren't they?
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, Saga down. So Dylan's not going to have anything big enough to tangle with this
No.
Saga.
What I think I do from Dylan's position here next turn is Kiki Jiki the token and then swing with the token copy. Let Nick block it. You don't care because you just made a mana out of it. I mean, this all depends on what he draws and what he has in hand here, which I can't quite see. I think I see a Simian Spirit Guide and an ensnare. He's got an ensnaring bridge.
That's
Is it?
Ensnaring Bridge for sure. The other one might have been a Goblin Engineer.
Oh, it might have been a Goblin Engineer.
Yeah.
I keep mixing up the Goblin Engineer and that new art Simian Spirit Guide there. So that is a Goblin Engineer. Yeah. Okay, and he draws a mountain. That's a good draw for him. He needed it. Do you just play another Engineer and get another Grindstone and make Nick lose his Soul Guide Lantern to it?
Yeah, I think so.
Although Nick doesn't have to lose the Soul Guide Lantern right away, right?
Right.
He doesn't have the combo on the board.
Yeah. But yeah, this Painter deck is just so strong. It's attacking you from so many different angles at any given point.
It does. It makes it hard to defend. He's copying the Engineer. There we go. He's just gonna keep putting things in the yard until Nick runs out of Soul Guide Lantern activations. I love that token. Love it. That's a Goblin Engineer.
I think we all have those at home.
Yeah.
Ooh, Chaos Defiler is a pretty enticing one. But he doesn't quite have a way to...
I don't think you
bring
get
back.
it yet, though,
Yeah.
because Nick still does have the Soul Guide Lantern. And also, it doesn't have activated abilities, so it doesn't really benefit the Soul Cauldron yet. Okay, that makes sense. Get a Painter. Nick will have to respect it. All right, and he is swinging. Nick's going to very carefully check for traps. Oh, that's part of why you get Painter.
Mm-hmm. I got the Soul Cauldron.
Yeah. We'll make that a 4-4.
Mm-hmm.
Nick's sitting there going, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure this is the fight Dylan
It's
wants
nice.
to be fighting.
It's a nice
now.
trick.
Trying
Okay.
to beat Urza Saga recurring forever through combat.
Well, is it
Seems like-
recurring forever? He doesn't have a life from loam anymore.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if everyone wants to let this play out, as it is, Nick can trade a construct for the 4/4 Goblin Shaman.
Which I think you just do.
Yeah.
He's tight on mana, and you want him to not keep making free mana. Also, you don't want to take damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that would require Dylan to exile his own Painter, which means you can keep your Soul Guide Lantern up another turn.
Right. Is that Painter Servant in play on Dylan's side? It is, right? The one underneath the Soul Cauldron?
No, that was eaten by Soul Cauldron.
Oh, that was eaten by Soul Cauldron. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here comes Soul Cauldron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dylan gonna attempt to eat.
What's he? Is he tap Kiki Jiki for mana? What did he do there? I didn't quite see how that worked.
I think he tapped the
Oh, he
Kiki-Jiki.
moved it over. Okay,
Right,
that's
yeah.
all he did. Okay.
Yeah. And that's the Goblin
Yep.
Engineer from before. Okay, so just trading the Goblin Shaman for a quick activation of the Urza Saga.
Yep.
And it looks like he's gonna play.
More engineers.
Sure, yeah.
Just keep them coming.
Yeah. Start dumping stuff in the graveyard.
As an engineer myself, I appreciate the all-engineer game. I don't know why Dylan didn't just attack with his token engineer, though. You probably should have just gotten in there for one before it dies at end of turn anyway.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, free damage, 1 point probably isn't going to make a difference, but
So
yeah.
Vexing Bauble's interesting here. I wonder if this is to bring Vexing Bauble back to shut off any Force of Vigors.
That's a good point. Or maybe just
So
trying to draw
that's-
the card with it.
That seems like a heads-up line there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Urza Saga going to go to 3 right here. Nick has a choice, either going to make another construct or grab another artifact. And I think, yeah, it looks like he's going to make the construct
Make
here.
a construct. And
Makes sense.
my guess is he gets Pithing Needle and names Goblin Engineer.
Yeah. Do you name Goblin Engineer or do you name Soul Cauldron?
Okay, so Adam in the chat says, because if Nick activated the Soul Guide Lantern, the Engineer copy could pick up Painter from the graveyard. Well, he had another Engineer too, right? Because he had the real Engineer, or was that Summoning Sick?
One of the engineers was summoning sick.
Was it? Well, the third Engineer I thought was Summoning
Yeah, the
Sick.
third
I thought he
engineer
had
summoning
one.
sick, so
Yeah, now I don't remember the board state.
yeah.
I think he's got a couple of treasure tokens there, so I think he had enough mana to do it. But I thought he had another live Engineer to get around the Soul Guide Lantern.
In any case, 1 damage.
Yeah. Well, either way, if he activates Soul Guide Lantern there and blows out the yard instead, now his construct's down to a 3/3 and they still trade.
Right.
So I don't think it was too big of a deal from him. But anyway, interesting board state. It's easy to miss things.
Nick looking at the Haywire Might.
Okay.
Yeah.
Considering Haywire Might, what do you do with Haywire Might here? You blow up Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Doesn't seem like it has that much value here.
Right.
Needle on Engineer, or Needle on Kiki. What's better? Probably Engineer. If he copies Engineer and throws more things in the yard that can't be activated, that yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's going to name Goblin Engineer. Thank you, Nick, for
pointing to it. Yep.
exactly indicating by hand exactly what the
Yeah,
needles are.
that helps.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Okay, that is amazing. Okay.
That's Amazivith.
All right. What do we got? It looks like he drew another land. We got more mountains. Dylan's out of his mana tightness. Thanks. So yeah, Dylan's got 4 mana available to him now. That's more than enough in Painter.
Yeah.
Until he draws his Chaos Defiler and then he looks grimly at it.
And Nick may have turned the corner here. That construct helping him to stabilize. Oh, that's I'm actually level 1 is Justin Gennari, I want to say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
His rating with a party of 98, does that mean... I don't know what that means.
So, like, when his stream ends, he sends his viewers...
Oh, neat.
...to another content creator.
Oh.
And that's us.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Chad, if you're joining us from a Justin stream, we are hosting BCDL number 15 here in Houston, Texas. I'm Sean Liu with Ben Kendrick, and we've got Nick Patniyot on lands versus Dylan Lerch on Painter in the 3-0 bracket of a 6-round Swiss.
So 40, 45 players, 44 players, something like that today.
Players,
yeah, I think we had a drop at the end.
44 players, all here at Asgard Games here in Houston, Texas, and they're playing for... What are the prizes?
There's some dual lands.
Dual
I think it's an underground sea for first.
Okay.
I didn't look too closely because I knew I wasn't going to be playing. So
yeah.
Did Justin give up? He was watching your stream in between rounds. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I wasn't watching Justin's stream. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Just gotta
show the chicken dip.
The chicken dip is quite incredible.
We'll find some later.
Yeah.
It is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for everyone who couldn't make it here in person, but yeah, the chicken dip is excellent.
Yeah.
Everything you heard about it and more is true. All right.
So we got an interesting game. It felt like Dylan was kind of in the driver's seat here for a while, and now it kind of seems like I'm not sure who. Maybe slight advantage to Dylan here in my book, but nothing overwhelming.
Still like his position for
sure.
sure.
Mox
Having the
Opal,
Soul Cauldron is going to be kind of just wreaking havoc.
Right.
Nick played another Life from the Loam?
Yeah, so Soul Cauldron, Dylan doesn't have anything with like activated abilities he wants to copy in his own deck. I didn't see anything that like combos with the Soul Cauldron. So I think it's strictly, main deck Grave Hate value engine type shenanigans, and it's generated some value already. Already in this game, he has exiled 2 painters to trade off his Goblin Shamans with 2 different. Oh, Welder, right? He can eat Welder and give things in play welding ability. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, I mean that card is secretly one of the all-stars of
yeah.
Tim, can you tell us what Ice Cauldron does? I don't actually know, so if you could just type that out, that'd be
Doesn't
great.
it like save mana or something? I can't. No, nobody knows.
No,
I know the art. I can see the art. No. I think I pulled one of those from an Ice Age pack when I was like 7, and then like.
Did you start crying?
Yeah, pretty much. I just read it. No, I don't think I actually cried. I might have, but I think it's one of those things that I just stared at for like 10 minutes and then just like threw it in a box and never saw it again.
Where's my Shivan Dragon?
Yeah.
What
Right.
is this?
Yeah, I know. What is this nonsense?
Yeah, but it looks like Nick's kind of off to the. I don't want to say off to the races quite yet, but definitely clawing his way back in. That Construct's doing a lot to stabilize.
Yeah, Construct's making a nice blocker here, and it's a 5/5 at the moment. So, and about to get bigger with that other Urza Saga.
Right.
So I assume Dylan's going to eat Nick's Life from the Loam here on his turn, because he's not going to let Nick just loam to in Oblivion.
I thought he did already. Why is the Soul Cauldron tapped?
He's going to Besage you the Soul Cauldron. Nice. Okay.
Maybe it was a second loam or a third loam or something. I think I missed it while we were talking about Ice Cauldron, but regardless, Besage you for the Agatha Soul Cauldron is going to be really great. Nick's going to be able to get that Life from the Loam back online. And I think Dylan's going to be making another Goblin Engineer, probably dumping another, a Vexing Bauble.
A Vexing Bauble, okay.
That's got to just be for card
Is he just thinning it out? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Legend has a judge call is still happening from an Ice Age seal of April 95.
So this whole time, Dylan has been sandbagging an ensnaring bridge in his hand that I'm sure Nick doesn't know about.
Right.
And that could be very relevant as this game goes on.
You're right, I think so. I mean, he's definitely the beatdown sort of to begin with, but...
Yeah, there's no reason to play it now, especially because Nick could blow it up. But you got to assume at some point, if Nick stabilizes here, he's going to go for a 20/20, and Dylan's going to have the silver bullet in hand for it.
Right, absolutely. And also these constructs. I mean, at a certain point, they become too big to
attack. Yeah. I mean,
so...
Dylan's got 1 card in hand, so he could have shut down construct attacking in any time.
Plus, I don't think he's going to be winning through attacking anymore, so probably no reason to be doing that either.
Here we go. A little more deck thinning.
Yep.
Bam. Oh, does he have 2? Oh, because he made 1 end of turn. Now he's making another one. Look at that. Now just swing with him. You got to lose. Well, he mazes one and blocks the other. It doesn't matter, but yeah.
But they're just copies, right?
Ooh, 4 engineers in play.
Yeah.
Man.
Somebody got their PE.
Yeah.
Looks like an unearthed
looks like a dragon engine that I assume is There goes the soul guide.
Oh, that's interesting. So I think they're having a dispute right now. Nick is looking for an opportunity to crack the soul guide lantern, but I don't think he has priority between when the dragon engine hits the graveyard and when Dylan can.
Well, he would, right? Because it'd go in.
And then priority.
Dylan! Does priority go right back to Dylan? Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he not have an opportunity?
So I guess it depends on what the text for the dragon engine is, but if he casts it, then I think
it's a cast, right? Because he's not trying to weld it in; he's trying to cast.
Yeah. But it's not okay. So Akaleth in the chat is saying it is an ability. It is still in the graveyard. When you activate, it's not a cast.
Oh wait, so you activate it and it's staying in the graveyard until Unearth resolves. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. If that's the case, which sounds right to me. Yeah, because Unearth does not cast from the graveyard. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot that it melds with Mishra claimed by Gix. I wonder if we'll ever see that.
That's very relevant text.
Yeah, we all know that. I actually did not know that had a second side to it.
Okay, but hold on. What's going on?
Did they have a judge call and determine... Interesting. Okay, I'm not sure. The judge was over there, so I'm assuming they...
Right. They might have... If that does work the way... Yeah, Chad, I think you guys are right, but then looks like the Phyrexian Dragon Engine still made its way into play. Yeah, they might have just missed this one.
I'm not sure. Oh, now are we talking to the judges again? Okay, maybe we...
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Probably best for everybody.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah. I think you guys are right, yeah. So if it's Unearthed, it's not being cast, and so it is going to be in the graveyard until it resolves.
Okay. His whole graveyard's supposed to be exiled, right? If he... Oh, wait, no. What happened? Now I don't know what happened.
I think that's going to... Because it was Unearthed, it's going to die at the end of turn.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah,
so, they might have just missed it. Yeah. Rudy, I think he did draw the cards. I think they just kind of glossed over it.
Yeah, not sure what happened there.
Whether Nick wanted to pop the Soul Guide Lantern or not, we're not really sure. But...
It's possibly like past priority thinking, I'm not sure what happened there. So okay.
But Life from the Loam is going to come back. He's going to grab that Maseju again.
I so rarely see the thing actually unearthed. I'm used to it just coming back from the welder that I wasn't expecting it to die in a turn. Okay, there we go. Okay, now he's taking out Kiki.
Yeah. That
wait, isn't Beseiju... Oh, wait, because Kiki's an enchantment, right?
Kiki's an enchantment.
Yeah, okay.
So
I was like, how the hell do you Beseiju a creature?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this is, starting to improve the situation here for Nick.
Kind of regret not putting the Lands Mirror up last round.
I don't regret that. That was the right call.
Are we having fun yet?
Nope, nobody wanted to watch a Lands Mirror. That bug Nadu matchup was great too, so that worked out.
Well, it's because everyone loves blue decks, right?
Yeah, that's why we've had like one blue deck on stream all day.
Looks like Arena of Glory.
Oh, Arena of Glory. Yeah, see, now this is what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
If he exerts it, the welder has haste.
Yeah, it looks like Nick is tapped out, so that Soul Guide Lantern might still do something, but...
Yeah, he's still got Soul Guide, but now Dylan has 2 activations, right? So I don't think he doesn't have any halves of any combo in play, so I don't think he can get 2 things through the Soul Guide.
Activate the Soul Guide Lantern in response to the welder being cast.
So he could engineer in response, but it looks like he's going to opt not to.
Right.
Okay.
Dylan's just going to say go, Nick's going to untap. Has to love his position right here. Life from the Loam going. Now just found a Bajuka Bod. Also has some Urza Sagas he can get back as well.
Yep. Oh, engineer is needled.
Yep, that's right.
That's why. Okay.
God, we're good at this.
Yeah. Yeah, we're really sharp. You can tell why we're doing this rather than playing.
Put me on belt.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay, we got Bolt. Those beautiful beta bolts.
Uh-huh.
If you watch this later, Dylan, compliments on your land and lightning bolt choices. I respect it.
Yeah. 2 bolts coming out to kill the construct token is...
hey,
yeah,
gotta kill it somehow.
do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But again, I think I really like Nick's position if he's just ready to cast Life from the Loam and start bringing that Urza Saga back. That's going to be really tough for Dylan to overcome.
Well, remember,
Yeah.
we keep... There's an ensnaring bridge in hand, man.
Yeah.
And does Nick have any other artifacts in the graveyard? Because now he's got to worry about his an offensive welder here by Dylan. Because say
That's amazing.
he's got Soul Guide Lantern, so Dylan can weld the construct into the Soul Guide Lantern. The construct will just disappear.
Okay.
Oh, is it laggy? We didn't realize it was laggy. Oh, Bridges in Exile. He discarded it and it got exiled. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought he still had it in hand. So thank you.
Yeah. Good call.
Yep, that's right, because he had Bolt instead.
Techno Mage, we've got 6 rounds of Swiss, and then I believe it cuts to top 8.
Yep.
Yeah. So. And I think a Life from the Loam. I saw a Rashad Port get pulled back.
Yep.
Probably a.
Probably not the best right now. He's got
Yeah.
like more mana than he could ever need.
I think I saw an Urza Saga as well. Yeah, chat, if you guys are getting lag, please let us know. Kerpamies, I hope you figure out what's going on. It might be on your end. Seems like it's going pretty well for everybody else. But if that keeps up, please let us know. We just want to make sure that this is working for everybody to the best of its ability.
Is all the dip gone? Maybe?
There's a lot of dip. I'd be surprised.
Yeah, it's one of those gigantic crock pots. So
Yeah. Wherever you are,
I'll be very sad if the dip's gone.
it's not too late.
Why is the dip always gone? All right.
Yeah. There's a Saga coming back down.
I think Nick would trade his kingdom for an exploration right now.
He should put some of those in his deck. I don't know why he didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he welds this on him. I think I'd weld it on him.
Do you want the Soul Guide Lantern back in play though?
Yeah. Dip is always gone by round 3. Hey, I just went and got some after round 3, and it was still there, but it might have not made it into round 4. So that would, yeah.
Yeah, I might go grab some bit dip. After
Interesting.
this.
Why would he attack with the... Ah, there we go. That's why he attacks with the Haywire Might. Yep, there it is. There goes the weld on the construct. Love it. Here, you can have a Soul Guide Lantern back, and you're going to lose your 6/6.
Okay.
All right.
Engineer's a 1/2, right? So
Engineer's a 1/2, yep.
So
But it was a
it would-
needled 1/2.
it
So
would just bounce off with a Haywire Might. It's a 1/2.
Haywire Might's a 1/1, right?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Then I don't know.
All right. Are they in turns? Is that why they're... That can't be right. Wow. I didn't realize they called time. This match is... They're only in game 2 here.
Yeah.
So, wow, that changes things because Nick has to win this turn. Otherwise, Dylan's going to take this 101.
Yeah.
Are we sure that's... I don't have the match clock, but that looks like the turn counter that he's flipping there.
We've been in here for a while. People are
It
asking
has.
about the
I was just thinking that it's been a very long match.
how much dip is left.
It's
you
just,
know?
okay, Nick's going to wasteland some lands as an FU, I guess, and then,
One more swing.
yeah, screw it.
Might as well red zone.
Yeah. Oh, and we get a... Oh, no, it's not a draw. That is not a draw.
Wow.
Dylan was up a game. Yep, so all he had to do was hold off there. Game 1 and Game 2 was so long. There were some long games.
Yeah, but Dylan,
Right.
can take this one 1-0 and 1.
And they weren't playing slow or anything. They were moving. It was just a grind of a match.
You're right.